everyone. Hope you are all doing good. In this video, I will be covering from question number 12 to question number 20 of exercise 1.2 of arithmetic progression. In my previous video, I had covered from question 4 to 11. So this entire main exercise 1.2 is very important. So please concentrate and do the problems and practice it well. Only by practicing you can understand and do the problems even more clearly in your board exam. Okay, let's start the session. So this is the 12th question of exercise 1.2. The 12th question says there are two APs which have same common difference and the difference between their 100th term is 100. So we need to find out, so what is the difference, what is the value if the 1000th term has been subtracted. Okay, the 100th term has been subtracted and the value is 100. So we need to find out what will be the value when 1000th term is subtracted. So there are two APs according to the question. Okay, so two APs. So let it be AP1 and AP2. AP1 and AP2. Okay, here the common difference is same. The common difference of both the APs are same. So if they are same, then D1 is equal to D2 will become D. And they have not mentioned if their first term is same or not. So the first term will be A1 and A2. The first term of AP1 be A1 and AP2 be A2. Okay. Next they have given the difference between the 100th term is 100. Okay. Before that, let us write the equation for that. So for first AP, so we need to apply Tn formula here, A plus n minus 1 into D. For first AP, the 100th term will be, first AP the common difference is 1. So A1 100 minus 1 into D. So 100th term will become A1 plus 99D. This is AP1, that is the first AP, where the 100th term of first AP is A1 plus 99D. So the 1000th term of first AP will be A1 plus 1000 minus 1 into D, which will be A1 plus 999D. Okay, so this is the 100th term of first AP and this is the 1000th term of first AP. In the similar way, we need to do for second AP. Since there are two APs, we need to calculate for both the APs. Here for AP2, the 100th term will be A2 plus 100 minus 1 into D. Since the common difference is same, we need to signify it by D itself. Since the first term is varying, for first AP we should take it as A1 and for the second AP we can take it as A2. Okay, so here A2 plus 99D. Okay, so next for 1000th term of second AP, so 1000th term it will become A2 plus 1000 minus 1 into D, which will be equal to A2 plus 999D. Okay, hope you understood how to take the equation, right? So next the question is the difference between the AP of AP1 and AP2. So the difference between 100th term of both the APs is equal to 100, right? See here the question, the difference between their 100th term is 100. So the difference between both the APs 100th term is equal to 100. So T100 is equal to A1 plus 99D for first AP minus for second AP A2 plus 99D. So which is equal to 100, right? So take out the bracket, take the numerals from the bracket, it will become minus A2 and minus 99D is equal to 100. Here plus 99D and minus 99D get cancels each other. So the remaining will be A1 minus A2 is equal to 100. Okay. So this is the equation we obtained by subtracting the 100th term of two APs. Let it be equation number 1. Next we need to find out what is the difference between the 1000th term. Okay, so we need to find out 1000th term of first AP minus 1000th term of second AP. Okay, here the 1000th term of first AP formula will be A1 plus 999D minus, when minus comes you need to put a bracket here. For AP2 it will be A2 plus 999D, right? So again take it out away from the bracket, so it will become 999D. It is 999D minus A2 minus 999D. Okay, so here plus 999 minus 999 get cancels each other. So the remaining is A1 minus A2. We have already solved A1 minus A2 is equal to 100. Here again A1 minus A2. Okay, so the difference between 1000th term of AP of both the AP1 and AP2 is equal to A1 minus A2. So by equation 1, the 1000th term is also equal to 100. Okay, hope you understood that. The difference between the 100th term of both the APs is also 100, and the difference between 1000th term of both the APs is also 100 according to equation 1. Moving on to the 13th question. The 13th question is, how many 3-digit numbers are divisible by 7? Okay, we need to find out the 3-digit number starts from 100 to 999. So we need to find out how many digits are there which is divisible by 7 from 100 to 999. Okay, so first the smallest 3-digit number. So the smallest 3-digit number is 100. And the largest 3-digit number is 999. Okay, the smallest 3-digit number is 100 and the largest 3-digit number is 999. We need to find out from 100 to 999 how many numbers are divisible by 7. Okay, first we need to know from 100 which is the first 3-digit number which is divisible by divisible by 7. So we first try to divide 100. Okay, so 7 ones are 7. So 30. So 30 is not a factor of 7, right? So we can't divide 100 by 7. So next 101. Again 31 can't be divided by 7. So like that we need to check which is the first 3-digit number which is divisible by 7. Okay, 32 is also not divisible by 7. So next 33 is also not divisible by 7. 34 is also not divisible by 7. So first we need to know which is the first 3-digit number which is divisible by 7. So see here it is 35. 7 5s are 35. So 35 is the, so 105 is the first 3-digit number which is divisible by 7. So in the sequence, first we need to write 105. So among the 3-digit numbers, 105 is the first 3-digit number which is divisible by 7. So after knowing the first one, the next consecutive numbers are easy to know. Just we need to add up 7 to that. So 105 plus 7 is 112. This is the next 3-digit number. Next 112 plus 7, that is 119. Okay, plus etc. Next we need to know which is the last 3-digit number, which is the largest 3-digit number which is divisible by 7. For that we need to divide this 999. Okay, so 7 ones are 29 is the remaining. So 7 4s are 28. Next 19, 7 2s are 14. So 999 is not divisible by 7. Okay, because we get the remainder. So here the remainder is 5. Next what we have to do is we need to subtract 5 from 999. So that is 994. Okay. So next try to divide this 994 from 7. Okay, 7 ones are next. So 994 is the first, the largest 3-digit number which is divisible by 7. Okay, so the tnth term is 994. So after knowing this sequence, we can solve the problem. This is T1, T2, T3 up to Tn. So the first term is T1, that is 105. Next, the common difference is T2 minus T1, that is 112 minus 105. The common difference is 7. Next, Tn is 994. We need to find out how many numbers are there, how many 3-digit numbers are there starting from 100 to 999, which is divisible, which is completely divisible by 7. Okay. So by finding out n, we can find out how many digits are there. First, we need to apply Tn formula, a plus n minus 1 into d. So Tn is 994. 994 is equal to a is 105 plus n we need to find out, and d is 7. So 994 is equal to 105 plus, so here what I do is first I will just shift the 105 to left hand side. Okay, n minus 1 into 7. So 994 minus 105. 9, 8 and 8. Okay. So 994 minus 105 is 889 is equal to n minus 1 into 7. Next, so this is multiplication. If we shift this number to left hand side, it will become division. So 889 divided by 7 is equal to n minus 1. Okay. We need to divide 889 by 7. 7 ones are 7, 18, 7 twos are 14, so 4 and 9, so 7 sevens are 49. So the quotient is 127 is equal to n minus 1. Okay, so next we need to shift this minus 1 to left hand side, so it will become 127 plus 1 is equal to n. So n is equal to 128. So from 100 to 999, there are 128 3-digit numbers which are completely divisible by 7. So this is the way to find out. So if they change the number from 7 to 5 or 4 or 3 or 2, any number, you can do those sums in the same method itself, in the same steps. Okay, you can find out how many 3-digit numbers are there which are divisible by 7, 8, 5, 4, anything. I hope you understood this thing. The 14th question is just like the 13th one. Here we need to find out how many multiples of 4 lie between 10 and 250. So between 10 and 250, how many numbers are there which is completely divisible by 4? So this is the question. So like the last previous sum, we need to know which is the first after 10, which is the numbers which is divisible by 4 completely. We know the 4 ones are table. Okay, 4 3s are 12, 4 4s are 16. So 12 is the first 3-digit number which is divisible by 4. Okay, so 12. Next, 4 4s are 16, 4 5s are 20, etc. Next we need to know, so 250 or less than 250, which is the first 3-digit number which is less than 250 divisible by 4. Okay, for that we need to divide 250 just like the previous one. We need to divide 250. So 4 6 are 24, 10, 4 2s are 8. So 250 is not divisible by 4, but we get the remainder as 2. Now what we have to do is we need to subtract 2 from 250, that is 248. Okay, next try to divide 248 from 4. So 4 6 are 24, 8 remaining, 4 2s are 8. So 248 is the number which is less than 250, completely divisible by 4. Okay, so now 248 is the Tn. Now we can solve the problem. After getting this sequence, we can solve the problem clearly. T1, T2, T3 up to Tn. Here the first term is T1, that is 12, and common difference is T2 minus T1, that is 16 minus 12, that is 4, and Tn is 248. Here we need to find how many numbers. So how many numbers are there from 10 to 250, which is completely divisible by 4. Okay, apply Tn formula. Tn is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. Here Tn is 248 is equal to A is 12 plus n we need to find out, so write as it is, and D is 4. First I will shift 12 to left hand side. Okay, so 248 minus 12 is equal to n minus 1 into 4. So this will become 236. So 248 minus 12 is 236 is equal to n minus 1 into 4. So next this is multiplication. When we take this number to shift this number to left hand side, it will become division. So 236 divided by 4 is equal to n minus 1. So now we need to divide 236 by 4. Okay, so 4 5s are 20, 36, 4 9s are 36. So it is completely divisible. So the quotient is 59. So 4 1s are 4, 59s are. So 59 is equal to n minus 1. Next I will shift minus 1 to left hand side, it will become plus 1. So n is equal to 60. So between 10 and 250 there are 60 numbers which are completely divisible by 4. Okay. So coming to 15th question. The 15th question is, for what value of n are the nth terms of two APs 63, 65, 67 etc. and 3, 10, 17 etc. equal? So there are two APs in which the two APs are, the nth term of these two APs are equal, but we need to find out on which term these two APs are equal. Okay. So for first AP, that is 63, 65, 67 etc. Here this is T1, T2, T3 etc. Tn we need to find out. So here A is equal to first term, that is 63, and D is equal to T2 minus T1, that is 65 minus 63, that is 2, and n is not given, and Tn also not given. Okay, so apply Tn formula. A plus n minus 1 into D. So Tn is not given, so write as it is. Tn is equal to A is 63 plus n minus 1 into D is 2. So Tn is equal to 63 plus 2 into n is 2n, 2 into minus 1 is minus 2. Next Tn is equal to 63 minus 2 is 61 plus 2n. So this is equation 1. So let it be equation 1. Next going to second AP. So this is the second AP, that is 3, 10, 17 etc. This is T1, T2, T3. Here A is equal to T1, that is 3, and D is equal to T2 minus T1, that is 10 minus 3 is equal to 7. N and Tn are not given. Okay, so apply the Tn formula. A plus n minus 1 into T. Here Tn we need to find out. A is 3, plus n minus 1 as it is, and d is 7. So Tn is equal to 3 plus 7 into n, 7n minus 7 ones are 7. So Tn is equal to, you write 7n as it is. Next 3 minus 7. So 3 minus 7 is minus 4. So let it be the second equation. So next, as per the question, they have given the nth term of two APs are equal. That is this Tn. This Tn is equal to this Tn. Okay. Nth term of two APs are equal. Okay. So we can equate this equation 1 and equation 2 to each other. That is 61 plus 2n is equal to 7n minus 4. Okay. Next we need to shift those numbers with variables to one side and only numbers to another side. Okay. 61 plus 4. I have shifted minus 4 to left hand side. It become plus 4, and 7n plus 2n to right hand side. It will become minus 2n. Next 61 plus 4 is 65 is equal to 7n minus 2n is 5n. Next we need to divide 65 divided by 5 is equal to n. So 5 ones are 5 13s are. Okay. So now n is equal to 13. So this is the term. When n is equal to 13, then the APs of two terms will be equal. So we need to write on 13th term both the APs are equal. Both the APs are equal. Hope you understood this problem. This is quite easier. The 16th sum is, here we need to determine the AP. Determine the AP means we need to find the general form of AP, that is A plus D, A plus 2D, A plus 3D, etc. So that is the thing we need to find out. Okay. Here the question given is, they have given third term as 16 and seventh term exceeds the fifth term as 12. So by solving this, we need to find A and D. After finding A and D, we need to determine the AP by using the general formula. Okay. So here the question given is, third term is 16. So the third term is 16 and the seventh term exceeds the fifth term by 12. That is, the seventh term is T7. Exceeds means, I already told you, exceeds means it increases. Increases means plus symbol. So increases the fifth term. The seventh term exceeds the fifth term by 12. So after getting two equation, we need to solve it by using Tn formula. Okay. So first I will take the first equation, that is T3 is equal to 16. So apply Tn formula, that is A plus n minus 1 into D. So T3 is equal to, A is not given, so A plus n is 3, 3 minus 1 into D as it is. So the value for T3 is 16 is equal to A plus 2D. So let it be first equation. Okay, 16 is equal to A plus 2D is the first equation. Next, solving the second one, T7 is equal to T5 plus 12. Again we need to apply this Tn formula here, that is A plus n minus 1 is 7 minus 1 into D is equal to, instead of Tf we need to write T5, we need to write 5 minus 1 into D plus 12. Okay, so it will become A plus 6D is equal to A plus 4D plus 12. Okay, next here A and A get cancels each other. Next we need to shift this plus 4D to left hand side. It will become minus 4D. So now 6D minus 4D is 2D is equal to 12. So next D is equal to 12 divided by 2. That is 2 ones are 2 6 are. So the common difference is 6. D is equal to 6. After getting common difference, we need to substitute this value of D to equation 1. Okay. So in equation 1, so equation 1 is 16 is equal to A plus 2D. So 16 is equal to A plus 2 into, so instead of D we need to write the value of it, that is 6. Next 16 is equal to A plus 2 6 are 12. Next shift 12 to left hand side, it will become minus 12. 16 minus 12 is 4. So this is the value for A. Okay. So after getting D and A, we need to find out the AP. Okay. So AP means it is the general form of arithmetic progression. So what is the general form of arithmetic progression? In introductory part I have explained it. The general form of arithmetic progression is A plus D, A plus 2D, etc. Okay, we can write as many terms as we want, but 3 is enough. Okay, A plus D, A plus 2D. So now we need to substitute the values of A and D. A is 4. Here A is 4 and D is 6. 4 plus 2 into 6, etc. Okay, so 4 plus 6 is 10. So 4 plus 2 6 are 12. So AP is 4, 10, 12 plus 4 is 16, etc. Okay, so this is the general form of AP. First you need to solve the two equations. After getting A and D, you need to substitute the values of A and D to the general form of equation, that is A plus D, A plus 2D, A plus 3D, etc. Moving on to the 17th question. The 17th question is, find the 20th term from the last term of the AP. Okay, usually we will be taking from starting of the sequence. Here the starting of the sequence is 3, 8, 13 up to 253, where the first term we usually take is 3. Okay, but in this sum, since they have asked from the last term, here the first term will be 253. Okay, so here the given AP is 3, 8, 13 up to 253. Okay, so as in the usual sum, what will become? The first term will be 3 and the common difference is T2 minus T1, that is 8 minus 3, it will become 5. But since they have asked from the last term, okay, so since they have asked from the last term, you need to take 253 as the first term here. Okay, so 253 will become first term. Since the common difference is 5, we need to subtract minus 5 from each of the terms. So 253 minus 5 is 248 and 248 minus 5 is 243, etc. up to 13, 8 and 3. Okay, so here we need to find the first 20th term. Here this will become T1, T2, T3, etc. Okay, next we need to apply the Tn formula. Tn is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. Here A is, so A is term 1, that is 253, and n is, since they have already given 20th term, n is 20, and common difference D is T2 minus T1, that is 248 minus 253. You should not write common difference as 5 because 5 will be the common difference of this usual sequence. Since they have asked from the last term, we need to take the common difference of the new sequence. Okay, here 248 minus 253 will become minus 5. So this is the common difference. Okay, apply to this formula. Instead of Tn, we need to write T20. Next A is 253 plus n is 20 minus 1 and D is minus 5. Okay, so next T20 is equal to 253 plus 20 minus 1 is 19 into minus 5. So T20 is equal to 253 plus into minus, minus 19 5s are 95. Next T20 is equal to 253 minus 95. When you subtract this, you will get 158. Okay, so 158 is the 20th term of an AP. So this is the 20th term of an AP. If you want, I will subtract it here. 95. Okay, so here 13 minus 5 is 8. 4 you can't subtract. Again you need to take the carry. 14 minus 9 is 5 and 1 here. So that is 158. So So this is the method you have to do when they asked to find an AP from the last term. When they asked you to find out this, you need to write the nth term, the last term as the first term. Then you have to do the usual method. Okay. So coming to 18th question. The 18th question is the sum of 4th and the 8th terms of an AP is 24 and the sum of the 6th and the 10th term is 44. We need to find the first 3 terms of AP. First 3 terms of AP is A plus D and A plus 2D. Only 3 terms we need to find out. Okay. As per the question, we need to write the equation here. The first is the sum of, sum means plus symbol. The sum of 4th and 8th term of an AP is 24. Okay, so this will be the first equation, and the second is the sum of 6th and the 10th term of an AP is 44. Okay, so by equating and solving these 2 equations, we need to find A and D. Okay, so first you write, in general you write down the Tn formula, that is Tn is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. Every time there is no need of writing the formula. Once you can write it and you just go on solving the problem. Okay. So T4 plus T8 is equal to 24. So T4 and T8 we need to equate it to Tn formula. So it will become A plus 4 minus 1 into D plus A plus 8 minus 1 into D is equal to 24. So this will be A plus 3D plus A plus 7D is equal to 24. Here A plus A will become 2A plus 3D plus 7D will become 10D is equal to 24. So after getting an equation, you need to find out whether there is any similar factor for all these things. Here there is 2, 10 and 24. All the 3 numbers are divisible by 2. Okay, so 2 ones are, 2 5s are and 2 12s are. So this whole equation should be divided throughout by 2. So when we divide by 2, it will become 1A, that is A. Next 2 5s are, so it will become 5D. Next 2 12s are 24, it will become 12. Okay, so then take it as equation 1. So this is the first equation. Equation 1. So after getting this, we have to solve the second equation, that is T6 plus T10 is equal to 44. Again by applying Tn formula, it will become A plus 6 minus 1 into D plus A plus 10 minus 1 into D is equal to 44. So it will become A plus 5D plus A plus 9D is equal to 44. A plus A is 2A plus 9D plus 5D is 14D is equal to 44. Again we need to notice all the 3 numbers are completely divisible by 2 itself. Okay, again divide throughout by 2. So 2 1s are 2, so it will become A plus 2 7s are 14, so it will be 7D is equal to 2 22s are 44, so it will be 22. Okay, so take it as equation number 2. So after getting equation 1 and 2, we need to solve the 2 equations. So solve equation 1 and 2, that is A plus 5D is equal to 12 and A plus 7D is equal to 22. Okay, first we need to change the sign. So here plus A minus A cancels each other, plus into minus minus. When we change the sign, the sign which is in the middle term will reject each other. Okay, next plus into minus is minus. 5D minus 7D will become 2D. The larger number is 7 and the sign is minus, so we need to signify it with minus symbol. Next one is plus into minus minus. 22 minus 12 is 10. The larger number is 22 and it is signified by minus sign, so we need to put minus here. Okay, next minus and minus get cancels each other. The remaining is 2D is equal to 10. Okay, then D is equal to 10 divided by 2. 2 ones are 2, 5s are. So D is equal to 5. So after getting the common difference, we need to equate this in either equation 1 or 2. So I will be taking equation 1 here, that is A plus 5D is equal to 12. Substitute 5 in the place of D. 5 into 5 is equal to 12. So A plus 5 5s are 25 is equal to 12. So next we need to shift 25 to right hand side. It will become A is equal to 12 minus 25. Okay, so A is equal to 25 minus 12 is 13. Larger number is 25 and the sign is minus, so you have to put minus here. So A is equal to minus 13. So after getting D and A, we need to find out the first 3 terms of AP. We need to find the first 3 terms. Okay, so AP is A plus D and A plus 2D. They have asked only to find the first 3 terms. There is no need of writing dots here. Okay, A is minus 13 plus D is 5. Next minus 13 plus 2 into 5. Minus 13 plus 5 is minus 8. Next minus 13 plus 2 5s are 10. Minus 13 comma minus 8 comma minus 3. So this is the first 3 terms of an AP. Okay. Coming to 19th question. 19th question is, Subbarao started working in 1995 at an annual salary of rupees 5,000 and received a constant increment of rupees 200 year after year. Okay, constant. The increment was constant. There is no varying in that. Year after year, he is going to get 200 rupees increment. Okay, in which year did his income reach rupees 7,000? We need to find on which year his annual salary becomes 7,000. Okay, so in 1995, the annual salary of Subbarao was rupees 5,000. Each year he had a constant increment. Constant increment of rupees 200. So you have to note the point that the increment never varied. Each year he had a constant increment of rupees 200. Okay, we need to find out in which year, means N we need to find out. Okay, in which year his salary reaches rupees 7,000. Okay, so we need to find out in which year his salary reaches rupees 7,000. Okay, so starting salary 1995 was 5,000. After that it increased to 200, that is 5,200. In the next year again there will be an increment of 200, it will become 5,400. Okay, so we need to find out in which year his salary becomes 7,000. So this will be T1, this is T2, this is T3, up to this will become Tn. Okay, so the first term is A is equal to T1, first term is 5,000. Next common difference is 5,200 minus 5,000, that is 200. Next the nth term, that is the last term is 7,000. We need to find how many years or in which year he gets 7,000 rupees. Okay, apply Tn formula. Tn is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. So Tn is the last term, that is 7,000, is equal to A is 5,000 plus n minus 1 into D is 200. Okay, first I will shift this 5,000 to left hand side. So 7,000 minus 5,000 is equal to n minus 1 into 200. So it will be 2,000 is equal to n minus 1 into 200. Next, we will divide 2000 by 200. So here 2 zeros get cancels each other. The remaining is 20. So 2 ones are and 2 tens are. Okay. So the remaining is 10 is equal to n minus 1. So next we need to shift minus 1 to left hand side. So it will become plus 1. So n is equal to 11. Okay. So in 11th year, Subbarao gets a salary of rupees 7,000. Okay, gets a salary of rupees 7,000. It will be around 2016. Okay. So the 20th sum is also just like the 19th sum. Here Ramkali saved rupees 5 in the first week. In the first week of the year, Ramkali saved rupees 5 and then increased in a weekly basis. Okay, increased in a weekly basis of rupees a constant amount of rupee 1.75. Okay, in the first week he saved rupee 5. In the second week he just increased it to 1.75 to every week. So here we need to find out, that is on which week the amount will be 20.75. On which week the amount reaches up to 20.75. Okay, so in the first week he saved 5 rupees, then it increased to 1.75. that is 5 plus 1.75 will be 6.75. next 6.75 plus 1.75 is 8.50 plus etc. up to 20.75. we need to know on which week he will get 20.75 rupees. Okay, so there is no need of adding, I think. So 5 rupees plus 1.75 will become 6.75. okay, that is the second term here. Next again you add it with 1.75. okay, 5 plus 5 10, 1 carry, 7 plus 7 14 plus 1 carry is 15. okay, here so 7 8 8.50. so this itself is enough. There is no need of taking too many terms here. First 2 terms itself is enough for calculating A and D. Okay, so now this will be Tn, T1, this is T2, T3 up to this will be Tn. Okay, so A is first term, T1 is equal to 5. Next common difference is T2 minus T1, that is 6.75 minus 5 will be, the common difference is 1.75. so because we have added 1.75 to each term, so the common difference is 1.75. Next the last term is 20.75. we need to find out n, the number of weeks. Next we need to apply Tn formula, that is A plus n minus 1 into D. Tn is 20.75 is equal to, first term is 5 plus n minus 1, we have to write as it is, and D is 1.75. First I will shift this 5 to left hand side. So 20.75 minus 5 is equal to n minus 1 into 1.75. So 20 minus 75 minus 5 will become 15.75. That is 20.75 minus 5. Okay, so it will become this 5 minus 0 is 5, 7 minus 0 is 7. So 20 minus 5 is 15. Okay, this is 15.75 is equal to n minus 1 into 1.75. in the next step, so this into 1.75 will gets into division form. So 15.75 divided by 1.75. so a lot of the students will be having confusion when the points, decimal points come. Okay, so no need to worry, I will tell you how to solve when there is decimal points. Okay, so see here, there is, after this point there are 2 digits. Okay, after point there are 2 digits. If we want to remove this point, we need to put 100 here. Why? Means after point there are 2 digits. If the number is in the numerator, then we need to write 100 in the denominator. Okay, in the next step, here in the denominator there is 1.75 and after decimal point there are 2 digits. So we need to write, for removing decimal points we need to write 100 because 2 digits means 2 zeros, that will be 100, 175. Okay, so this both 100 and 100 cancels. So what will be remaining? N minus 1 is equal to 1575 divided by 175. So since the units place is 5, we can divide both the numbers in 5 itself. We have to try dividing the number in the smallest digit possible. So that will be 5. Okay. Here 5 3s are 15. So it is 17 here. So 2 carry. So 5 5s are 25. Okay. Here 5 3s are 15. So 5 3s are 15. 5 1s are 5. 2 carry. 5 5s are 25. Okay. So next here remaining is n minus 1 is equal to 315 by 35. Again we need to divide it by 5 itself. 5 7s are 35. Here 5 6s are 30. 1 carry. 5 3s are 15. Okay. Again n minus 1 is equal to 63 divided by 7. So 7 1s are 7. 9s are 63. So n minus 1 is equal to 9. So n is equal to 9 plus 1, that is 10. So on 10th week, okay, on 10th week, Ramkali gets a money of rupees 20.75. On 10th week, he gets a money, of rupees 20.75. Okay. So you need to divide it with the smallest digit possible and reduce it in each term. Next, later you will get this number. Hope you understood this. So this is the last question of exercise 1.2, that is the 20th question. In my next video, I will be covering 1.3 exercise. All these questions are super important. So please try to practice it daily. Only when you practice, you will understand how to take the numbers and how to do the division form and all. Okay. Thank you.